Breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. 49ers star tight end George Kittle is going on injured reserve because of a calf injury, which means he'll have to miss at least 3 games. He'd be eligible to return week 9. Kittle's yet to record a touchdown this season. Now he's out for at least 3 games, starting with Sunday's game at Arizona. According to reports, the team believes he should be ready to return in time for their week 9 game against the Cardinals. Coincidentally, they play the Cardinals this week. Trey Lance will make his first NFL start and be without George Kittle, who is going on injured reserve. Get some instant reaction to welcoming 2-time Super Bowl champ Bryant McFadden. What does this mean for the 49ers as George Kittle goes on IR?
A difficult situation to be in if you're the young quarterback who's getting ready to make his first official start. And Trey Lance. Granted, George Kittle has been a bit quiet throughout the course of this season. Hasn't really been coming through in the clutch with the big-time plays he's been able to display throughout his professional career in San Francisco. But just his presence alone means a lot to the offense. It means a lot to whoever the quarterback is. And this is a big-time loss for Trey Lance, especially in the red zone. So hopefully other guys can step up their ante when you look at providing him opportunities to be able to be accurate. But this is a huge loss. George Kittle is a top 3 tight end, in the National Football League when healthy, and not having him in the lineup is a big-time loss for San Francisco.
He has yet to record a touchdown. That was, to me, one of the most surprising things that we have seen so far this season. He has not found the end zone. In terms of their production, how does this impact Trey Lance now in his first NFL start? Not going to have Kittle to go to. Usually the tight end is the safety blanket for a rookie quarterback. Now you're going to be relying on your run game. Deebo Samuel going to have to hook up with him a whole lot more in terms of trying to get him open.
Yeah, when you look at the passing game for San Francisco, it's been all about Deebo Samuel. I mean, thinking about what he's been able to do and the expectations for all the pass catchers coming into this season, I mean, Deebo has really exceeded the expectations. But now, seeing how well he has been performing and not having George Kittle in the lineup, Brandon Ayuk may have to show up and do more than what he's been doing so far. So me personally, this is a huge loss, even if you had Jimmy Garoppolo in the lineup, because George Kittle is that type of player. He's a superstar, elite light tight end, and he's not being in the lineup. You will lose production, but hopefully some of the other pass catchers can improve and do a much better job.
Well, we know that this division is super talented. We talked about this division perhaps sending 3 teams to the playoffs this year. But now this news comes on the heels of Russell Wilson expected to miss at least 3 weeks because of a ruptured tendon in his middle finger. Now George Kittle going on IR. What's the state of the division right now when you consider the Arizona Cardinals are the only team that's unbeaten in the NFL atop the division? The Rams are right there, right behind them.
Yeah, when you look at this division 2-3 weeks ago, Hakeem, it was safe to say was the most competitive division in the NFL. But now because of the injury-related news we're hearing to key players, don't forget Jimmy Garoppolo, right? They're saying it's not a serious injury, but it's serious enough for him not to start this upcoming Sunday. Now a 4-team division that was extremely competitive has instantly decreased to a 2-team division, in my opinion. The Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Huge win this past Thursday night by Los Angeles. Not to mention they're not the healthiest team, but they're more healthier than San Francisco and Seattle. So you have to like the Cardinals and the LA Rams being the most significant teams right now at this point in the NFC West.
All right, well, this is big news for the 49ers, sitting at 2-2, and certainly not the news you want to hear. 49ers star tight end George Kittle headed to injured reserve because of a calf injury. Means he'll have to miss at least the next 3 games. He will be eligible to return in week 9. Team says they believe he should be ready to return, thanks in part to a bye in that schedule there as they get ready to face the Cardinals on Sunday, and George Kittle perhaps will return against the Cardinals in week 9. Hey, for more awesome content with BMAC, check out his podcast, Patrick Peterson, entertaining, engaging, talk to some of the biggest names in both the sports and entertainment worlds, all things covered. Download and follow today. Also, now considering the news with George Kittle, you're going to want to figure out what you're doing with the tight end position. You got to pick somebody up on the waiver wire. Fantasy Football Today is there for you. Check out what they've got going on. Of course, you can also watch on CBS Sports HQ every Sunday, 3-hour show starting at 10 a.m. Eastern to get you set for the day. Listen to the podcast version as well. Download and follow.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.